move back. Can somebody check it on YouTube? Let me check, I can do it here. Good. Okay,
I'll check.
good evening and welcome to everyone. Thank you. That's one of the issue of live streaming when you're doing it. If I do not go back there and mute it, you will be hearing twice my voice. Again, welcome again for this first Conseil d'école meeting, and I would like to thank each and everyone who volunteered to be here. This is the agenda we have, talking about the school council, Conseil d'école, and what it's about, what might be our priorities, how the meetings function, and how we do the agendas. And then after, we will set the future meeting dates. If you have any other item you want to add to the agenda, you're welcome to let me know. We can add it there. So we're going to start with introduction. My name is Eliman Beg. I'm the head of school. I have 2 kids now in middle school. So let's go and start with the parents. If you can introduce yourself, please.
I'm Elizabeth Sheever. I have children at Oak Campus. I have a daughter who is in 2nd grade this year and a son in kindergarten. I also have a 3-year-old at home who will be in kindergarten in a few years.
Thank you.
I'll go next. I'm Courtney Alberto. I've got 2 kiddos at Cherry, got a 1st grader, a 2nd grader, and then a 3.5-year-old at home who is anxiously awaiting her turn.
Good. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not sure which role I fill, other than there's a few here. I am an armor parent, but also an armor teacher and the IB coordinator. I'm Katie Wilson. I have a 5th grader at Oak also, and then a 7th grader at armor. I want to make sure we don't forget to introduce that we give Elijah Dastrup an opportunity.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, I will.
Okay, good.
Of course. Any other parents here?
Yes, my name is Jeremy Robinson. I have a kindergartner at the Oak campus.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to our school. The issue is, online, you don't see everybody who's here. Is there any other parents now? So let's go to introduce Elijah. So the new the new thing about the school Conseil d'école is we are having our first student representative now that we have high school. So I would like to thank Elijah. Go ahead and introduce yourself for being part of this.
Merci. Bonjour tout le monde. Hi everyone. My name is Elijah Dastrup. I don't have any children at any of the schools. However, I do have siblings who attend Cherry, and my sister who is in 9th grade who attends Oak. I am the 10th grade Académie Lafayette International High School president, and this is my first Conseil d'école meeting that I'm attending. So I will be observing and just, ask some questions on behalf of the school.
Thank you. Welcome, Elijah. We're glad to have a student here. That's something that we have been looking forward to. Great. Let's move to the teachers. Let's start with, let me say, Cherry representative, who is it? Is there?
Yes, good evening. That's me. I don't know if you can see me. I turned off earlier my camera, and I don't know if it's working or not. So I'm Eliana Curti. I teach 2nd grade at Cherry campus. This is my 4th year at Lafayette. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Orion.
Thank you.
Oak.
Wait, so I'm putting myself in the light. Hi, I'm Amanda Lyons, teach first grade at Oak.
Thank you, Amanda. Armor.
Good evening. I am Amanda Falk. I teach sixth grade math at Amo campus.
Good. And we have Katie Wilson, who just introduced herself, who is here because she is a IB coordinator for middle and high school. Okay, the principals. Let's start with Cherry, Oak, and Armor.
Yeah, I guess I do go. Oh, no, I would be second alphabetically, but I'll go first. I'm Heather Royce. I'm the principal at the Cherry campus.
I am Mulai, the note taker. I'm the vice principal to Madam Royce at the Cherry campus.
Jean-Claude Diatta, principal at Oak.
Maritza Paul, principal at the Académie Lafayette International Middle and High Schools.
Good, thank you for the precision.
And I'm Dorothy Warner, the vice principal at Oak. Et Elijah, très contente de te voir.
Good, thank you. And let's move to the central administration, finances and administrative services. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hey, and my name is Jackie Lane, and I'm the business manager, and I have been here from the very start of the school. And thank you, Elijah, for introducing, first of all, in French. It warmed my heart that you didn't just say hello and good evening. So thank you very much.
And last but not least, our dear Carlos.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carlos McLean, the administration and facilities manager is what my card says, but I'm not sure about all that. But I've been here since the beginning of the school, not as soon as Jackie. I came at the end of the first year, the startup of this school. So welcome, everyone. This is a good place to be.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody who have been missed in these introductions? Okay, let's keep moving. Thank you very much again. And welcome to everyone to this Conseil d'école. As I said, before the Conseil d'école, an email will be sent and parents, representatives, students, teachers, or principals, anybody can put something on the agenda. Generally, we have these main rubrics, informational, if it's about information or it's about student well-being and student learning, community, school community, or any new initiatives that we would like to do. So I'll come back to the clarification about the rules. For our meetings, generally we do not vote, we just discuss and try to find consensus. Important thing that we had or hot topics, we have dealt with different hot topics over the years that we need to resolve, but generally we discuss and find consensus and move forward. Just remember that the Conseil is an advisory board to the management, the head of school, but most of the time we're able to find a good recommendation and move forward. So for now that we're online, generally people will take the floor and let's try to listen to each other and be courteous, of course, and work together, knowing that our main role is to try to make the school a better place, to improve it. Roles and responsibility. Can you see my new screen now? The change? Okay.
Yes.
So, I'll make it bigger. So again, as I said, the Conseil d'école is an advisory committee to the head of school. It was created 8 years ago. I think 8 to 9 years, maybe this ninth Conseil d'école. It was to create a cross-constituency decision-making process so that you can have teachers, parents, administration, principals, and students to sit down to look at how to make the school better and what kind of new initiative we can take, help people give feedbacks. And again, it promotes, we want to promote collaboration and partnership between administration, faculty and parents and students. So we have the representative chosen by teachers, room parents, head of school, and now students. The student council president is de facto member of the Conseil d'école. The same for the PTO president, is also a member of the Conseil d'école. Advisory roles. One very important task that we take and we deal with every year is the school calendar. It takes few meetings to elaborate and finalize the school council, the school calendar. Generally, we start in December and then we finish in January to look at what time, when the school start, ends, where to put events, school events, and professional development days. So, and once we're done, it's proposed and adopted by the board in February. So which means that the school calendar for 21, 20, 22, 23, we'll start the process in December. Generally, it takes 2 meetings to finalize, to finish it. So we look at also school communication, how we make it better. I'm saying it because a few years ago, the Conseil d'école helped create a guideline, communication guidelines, because we were having some communication issue. If there is some new educational measures to take, we have discussion here. Strategic planning, the Conseil d'école is involved also into the strategic planning, extracurricular programs that we can discuss also, school lunch, school uniform, generally school environment, how do we make it better? As I said, student well-being and safety, implementing academic program, choice of teaching resources, we discuss those things also, etc. Again, as I said, we want to make sure that parents and teachers and students, principals have an opportunity to discuss before a final decision is made. It has been extremely helpful because before we had a Conseil d'école, what the parents would do, they would go to the board. And when they go to the board will send them back to the principal, because the head of school, because the board does not deal with management things. For instance, if you say, okay, my child has this issue at school, at Cherry Oak, and generally the tradition back then was parents will deal directly with the board, and then the board will say, okay, please go back and contact the principal or the head of school, and certain things also that needed to be resolved. So I decided that probably it would be good to create a Conseil d'école, discuss certain issues that, or hot topics, or improvement of the school. Another example is a couple of years ago, we had a whole conversation, maybe 700 comment on Facebook about school uniform. And what do we do? So if you go to the board, they'll tell you go back, met with the head of school. And I said, those kind of decisions, it's important to have everybody around the table to do it. So what we did then, the parents representative brought it to the Conseil d'école. We had a couple of meetings and we were able to find a solution to resolve it. School lunches, we have discussed it many times. School snacks, we've discussed that also many times over the years. Again, it's allowing people to sit down and have a say and give advice on how to improve things. Another second very important task that was added later is organizing, helping the board to organize the parent-elect board members. As you know, on our board, we have 2 parents who are elected by parents. and the the Conseil d'école is in charge of the logistic organizing in sending letters to parents and helping organize the election. And this year probably we'll have another one, but it will be probably around April, because we have a seat that is available for parents for this year. I will have to talk to the board chair and see when we need to start the process. We do the interviewing and selecting, screening of candidates. Only 2 candidates. If let's say we have 5 or 7 candidates over there, we do the screening, and parents on this Conseil d'école will vote to choose 2 out of those 7. And those 2 parents who were selected will go forward for an election, and the parents' community will choose one of them. The reason why the board put it this way is to avoid any one-issue candidate. Somebody's running because they want to fire the head of school, for instance, or they're running because they want to change the French immersion program, as opposed to running as being part of the board. So, and making sure that the best candidate move forward. We do the coordination. It's a lot of work, but a lot of responsibility. But so far, since we have been doing it, it has been really, really well done. Okay. Any question about roles, responsibility, or anything? Looks like everybody's quiet. No? Elijah, is it clear? Good. Now, as I said, the composition, we have central administration, head of school, business manager, transport facility, and you name it, everything manager. For Carlos is doing a lot of things, of course. And we have the building leaders. Looks like I'm forgetting Arma here. You see, Marissa, you're not here. You're not part of it. Maybe I should Arma. Arma building.
C'est la vie.
Principal. Okay. So, and then we have the teachers, representative, the coordinator, IB coordinator, because IB is extremely important, and a lot of things we do, we require some feedback from the community. And parents, PTO, it's no longer PTSO, PTO president, they representative, I'm a representative and a member at large. That's what the parents have their 5 representatives. And now we've added the student representative this year because of the high school to allow kids, students to be around the table and give their opinion. Any questions? Good. So if you see me, it's my sports gear. It was I was playing soccer and I did really well today. Mr. Safak, why are you laughing at? I saved you. You're the goalkeeper.
Yes.
I saved you. You're the good goalkeeper. So
yes,
I was playing soccer with
you was a good defender.
Yeah.
You protect me.
I was at the game and I have a very different opinion.
But anyway, we had a good tournament. Do we have another game tomorrow?
Yes, we do.
Katie, I didn't see you playing today.
Oh no, I don't play.
What?
No, I've got to supervise.
Thank you. So,
teachers, that is.
So the next one is setting dates. We look at your availability to set the date for the rest of the year. The reason I put December and January, generally the main focus would be Conseil would be calendar, school calendar, and school calendar. It doesn't mean we cannot put any other item on the agenda. It's just that the main one would be there. And here, April, May this year, if we're doing board election, we'll do it here also. Board election. We may have to add another one because board election may take two, but anyway. And this is wrap up. What's this one? Okay. So December, let's take our calendars.
Let's try to avoid the week of board meetings too. So that's the second Monday, the week of the second Mondays, right?
The first Monday is the 6th. The second Monday is the 13th. And the third Monday would be, I'm sure, no, when is the break? Yeah, school break, winter break. So it will be maybe a Thursday. The best way maybe we can look at well, the Thursday, the 9th, we have finance committee meeting. What's the best day for you? Is everybody fine with a Wednesday meeting or no? Who cannot be available on a Wednesday meeting? Wednesday.
I can't be available for Wednesday.
You can be. Okay.
No.
Who cannot be available?
Tuesday, Thursday for me.
Okay. So you're available on Wednesdays? Amanda?
No, I'm not available on Wednesdays. I'm available on Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, you're available on Tuesdays and Thursday. Okay. How about Tuesday the 7th? Will it work for you? December 7th. Who is not available? Okay. Second one is in January. So we come back on the week of the, so how about January 11th? Oh, it's the next day of a board meeting. Will it work, Jackie?
Yeah, as long as, yes, we're just trying to avoid the meetings the week before that, that's fine.
The 18th is the day after Martin Luther King Day. We can do it on the 18th. Tuesday, January 18th will work.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mbang, are we planning all these meetings for Tuesdays now?
It doesn't matter because it's just that Amanda is available on Tuesday and Thursdays. We can do either Tuesday or Thursday.
Here's the concern I have. My Armour Middle School parent rep is not here tonight, but he will be available on a Thursday evening, which is,
okay.
Tonight was just an exception. So I don't know whether Tuesday would work for him, and he's not here to speak for himself, so.
Okay, we can do Thursday the 20th. Anybody who is not available on January the 20th? Okay, let's go to February. It can be either February or March, whichever you want, but I think having it, if you're starting early, it'd be good to have something in February or March. It can be a March one too, because if you're doing the board election, it takes March and April to do those two. Should we move it to March or keep February? But if you do move it to March, it's going to be 3 months in a row to me. Principals, what do you think? Keep it February or move it to March?
I think keep it February. March is difficult with spring break.
Yeah, my concern about this is the following. You can keep it February and then after have to meet in March again. Because if experience serves something, if you're doing the board, how do you say, the board election, we always have one meeting planning and getting ready and sharing resources and things, discuss it. And the second meeting in April is the interview meeting. So that's why I'm saying.
Then let's do March and April then, and not do February if we think we have to add another meeting, because we don't want to have 6 or 7 meetings.
Okay. Or we can keep March and just do the planning for the election if we're having it. So we just share it there. Okay, February, what date would work for you?
I thought we just said we weren't doing February.
Yeah, what I'm saying that we can keep it, if you keep it just what we were supposed to do in March, just do it in February. Let's go it, okay. Let's go in March, we have the break, 14 to the 18, come back. Thursday, the 24th, would it work?
Yes.
And then move to April. This can be tricky. That's why I'm trying to go and see what was our timeline when we did the board election, 21. For election, if you have a timeline there, you tell us how many times. Okay, well, we had a timeline. The board election. So PTO meeting is May 4th. So candidate 2 was April 21st, so it should be fine. So we can do April 14th or April 21st. So can we keep 18, 14 or 21st? 21st is almost a month after March 24th.
21st.
And the May one, would May the 12th would work. It's another Thursday. Okay. So I shared with you this, not the document. I'm going to just take it and put it on the agenda. I already shared with you the dates. You may have already done it. Okay, it's already done. So this document is shared with you.
Okay.
So any question now so far? No? Good. Guess we're gonna have a quick meeting. Yeah, for finalize just information about this focus of this year. We think that this year it is important to take care of supporting kids, students who have been academically affected by the pandemic, meaning addressing the learning gap and making sure that those students are adequately supported with academic support and different other ways to do that. We've also discussed how to strengthen our math program by allocating a little bit more hours of math, because that's where we've seen some drop in student performance. The second focus is student and teachers socio-emotional support, supporting students, but also supporting teachers' well-being, because the pandemic has been very difficult for everyone. But students, we need to take into account the fact that there's also another dimension to this pandemic, socio-emotional aspect of the impact of the pandemic. So supporting teachers too is part of what we would like to do this year. So at the same time, for professional development, we would be also refocusing on our French immersion, but also some content areas like math and English language art and French. For the IB program, it's going well. Thank you, Katie. We submitted our application for authorization for the high school. We will be waiting for a date, a visiting date. We don't have it yet. No, we have it.
No, we don't have it yet. It's probably going to be February.
Yeah. Wow.
That's 2022.
That early? Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So it has been submitted for the IB authorization for high school. We have a fantastic team in the high school, and they really work together and support each other. And so that's, and we will be preparing our reauthorization visit for the middle school. It's going to be what, 2023? They move it?
Correct.
Okay,
yep.
Good. Yeah, so it's a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of support, and so on. And I think our high school is moving forward really well. Great kids, great teachers. So we're happy it's moving well. Good. Any other questions?
ask if I could add one item, just reference something, and if I
Go
can,
ahead.
that'd be great. Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. So I think it's been in the newsletter, and I know you all have access on our website to our reopening plan. But the school was recipient of funding from the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, along with all the other schools. And one of the items that we wanted to do was just get community input on how to spend those funds. That there's a button, a link right next to the reopening plan. We could move the button. I've gotten quite a few responses. It lists the items that are actually covered and what is allowed as an expense under the ESSER funds. And so it's just a survey, what do you find most important? Academic support, PPE, those kinds of things. So if you have a minute to get on the website to the COVID page, it's right next to the reopening plan, little button that takes you to a survey. I think there's probably 8 questions. So just putting my plug in for ESSER community input.
Thank you, Jeff. Good. If we don't have any other question, we can.
Mr. Mbang,
Yes.
it's okay if I pose a question.
Yes.
So regarding COVID, and it's obviously stunted the growth of the high school by a lot, and all of AL. I just had a question regarding the add-on to the school. I know that it definitely the add-on to the high school, that is. I remember back, it was one of the topics that we discussed in Stuco, if there was maybe a potential date for that. We know that because of COVID, there have been setbacks, but we were hoping that maybe by 10th grade senior year, that could be potentially implemented. Or we just want to know how that's going and if it's back on track, not one of the priorities at the moment, just,
So what are you asking to be on to when it's going to be implemented?
The high school building extension that would go where the now basketball court and playground was from the previous school.
Yes. We just to give people an understanding of our plan. We designed a three-phase plan for our expansion, for our K-12 expansion. The first phase was to buy a new building and add more students in kindergarten up. So that was when we first opened, 2018 or 17. We started adding more kindergarten students. We went from 120 to 210 now for our basis. The second one is to open the high school, which we did. It was supposed to be maybe 3 to 4 years after that. We did it 2 years earlier than what we planned to do, to open the high school. And the third phase was to add the building, add a gymnasium. I think I have it somewhere here probably to be able to. So adding the gymnasium and an auditorium on that part. It was designed and so on. That's what we presented to all our funders and people who help us. To do that, we raised so far around $6 million, I think, for phase 1 and phase 2. Around that, or a little bit more than that. It was raised. The third phase is creating that. We have already started the conversation for capital campaign because we need to have a capital campaign, raise fund from foundation, from our parents, and also probably some borrowing to do that. That's something that, as you say, our previous plan was we opened the school and then maybe 3 or 4 years later, we opened our high school. And then after that, maybe started that phase because it will require another fundraising. So with the pandemic, it might be delayed a little bit, but there's always already a conversation to think about how to I'm talking about the development committee, how to start the capital campaign to raise for the addition. So it's still one of our last leg of this expansion. Is something that we are very how do you say it, committed to do. Okay. How soon it's going to happen based on what's going on now? I don't know, but it's our next priority because that's what we want to do, raise the fund to do it. So we were lucky enough. I remember the first time we presented the plan, the expansion plan. Most people thought we won't be able to raise that kind of money, but we were lucky to have it, and we have good partners. That's our next phase. Thank you for asking. So, any other questions? So Elijah, we'll keep you informed as we move forward about that, okay? Okay, looks like we're done. If we were able to have a meeting within the hour. And thank you. Next time when you before the meeting again, I'll send you the agenda. What parents used to do is they will inform the homeroom parent and say, hey, we're having a Conseil d'école meeting. Do you have anything to put on the agenda? Sometimes agenda item can be resolved before the meeting. We don't have to put everything on the agenda item, on the agenda. Certain things that can be resolved by the principal, head of school, by somebody else, we just take care of it instead of having a discussion about it. So that's how we generally function. Again, thank you.